Social media killed romance. You've probably seen this phrase on TikTok, usually over some old movie scene, handwritten letters, a couple dancing in the street, or a video about how love used to be different. And maybe you've thought the same thing, because dating does feel different now. But social media didn't kill love. It did something more interesting. It changed what we think love is supposed to look like. And once that changes, your real relationship starts changing too. Think about it. You open TikTok for 10 minutes, you see a girl getting flowers, a boyfriend surprising his girlfriend with a trip, a video saying, if he wanted to, he would. Then, 3 signs your partner is losing interest. Then, if they don't post you, they're hiding you. Then somebody tells you that the bare minimum is actually toxic. You close the app, and suddenly you look at your own relationship differently. Nothing happened. Your partner didn't change. Your relationship didn't change. But your expectations did. Maybe your boyfriend didn't buy you flowers this week. 5 minutes ago, you didn't care. Now you're thinking, why doesn't he do that for me? Maybe your girlfriend didn't text you for 2 hours. Before TikTok, you might have assumed she was busy. Now you remember a video that said, no one is too busy for someone they truly love. And there it is. A completely normal situation suddenly becomes evidence. That is the power social media has over relationships. It gives you thousands of other relationships to compare yours to. And the problem is, you're comparing your everyday life to someone else's best 15 seconds. You see the flowers. You don't see the argument before the flowers. You see the vacation. You don't see the credit card debt. You see the anniversary post. You don't see them sitting silently at dinner. But your brain doesn't care. It just sees, they have something I don't. And slowly, love becomes a checklist. Flowers, dates, good morning texts, surprises, posting each other, knowing your love language, remembering every little detail, never making you insecure, never saying the wrong thing, never needing space. And look, standards are good. You should expect effort. You should expect respect. But there's a difference between having standards and expecting a human being to behave like a perfect boyfriend or girlfriend created by your algorithm. Because your partner has to live with you. The people on your For You page don't. You only see them when they are funny, romantic, beautiful, interesting. Your partner? You see them tired, annoyed, sick, stressed, bored. You see the full person. And real people will always lose against edited people. That's why some relationships can feel worse even when nothing is actually wrong. Your partner isn't competing with one person anymore. They're competing with your entire feed. The richest boyfriend, the funniest boyfriend, the most romantic boyfriend, the most beautiful girlfriend, the most supportive girlfriend, the most exciting couple, all combined into one impossible standard, and no real person can compete with that. Now add another problem. Your relationship has an audience. People used to just be in relationships. Now relationships are also content. You go on a date, take a picture, post it. You get flowers, post them. Vacation, photo dump, anniversary, long caption. And suddenly there are 2 versions of your relationship. The one you actually live in and the one everybody sees. Those 2 things can be completely different. You probably know a couple that looks perfect online. Maybe you've even thought, I want a relationship like that. But you have no idea what happens when the camera is off. And maybe the happiest couple you know barely posts each other at all. Because a relationship that looks good and a relationship that feels good are not the same thing. If you like videos about modern culture, relationships, psychology, and the weird ways the internet changes us, subscribe. Because this is exactly what I want to explore on this channel. Now here's where it gets even worse. Social media gives us access to things we were probably never supposed to see. Who did your partner follow? Who followed them? Whose photo did they like? Why did they watch your story but not answer your message? Why are they online? Why are they still following their ex? Why did they suddenly like 3 pictures from the same person? Be honest. Have you ever seen something completely harmless online and then created an entire story in your head? Maybe they liked a photo. That's it. But now you're thinking, do they know each other? Do they talk? Does my partner find them attractive? What if something is happening? Nothing happened in real life, but emotionally, you're already in an argument. 20 years ago, most of this information simply wasn't available. Today, relationships generate thousands of tiny digital signals, and we analyze all of them. Seen, online, following, likes, comments, views, location. Social media gives us more information about our partners than any generation before us. But more information doesn't always create more trust. Sometimes it just gives anxiety more material to work with. And then there's the biggest problem: options. Endless options. Look at your phone. Within seconds, you can see hundreds of attractive people. People who seem funnier than your partner, more successful, more interesting, more exciting. And if your relationship becomes difficult, your phone quietly reminds you there are other people. You have one argument. Open Instagram. Someone attractive appears. Your relationship feels boring this week. Open TikTok. You see some perfect couple in Paris. And suddenly normal relationship problems feel like proof that you chose the wrong person. But every long-term relationship becomes normal eventually. That's the part social media rarely shows you. Nobody stays mysterious forever. Nobody is exciting every single day. At some point, love becomes grocery shopping, laundry, bad moods, repeating the same jokes, sitting in silence, doing nothing together. And strangely, that's where real intimacy usually begins. Because romance isn't just the big moments. It's knowing how they like their coffee. It's remembering something they told you 3 months ago. It's noticing when something is wrong before they say it. It's buying their favorite snack without asking. None of that looks impressive on TikTok, but that might be the most real part of love. So did social media actually kill romance? No. But it made romance harder. Because now you have to protect your relationship from comparison, from endless opinions, from impossible standards, from strangers telling you what your partner should be doing, and sometimes from your own algorithm. Maybe the question shouldn't be, does my relationship look like the relationships I see online? Maybe the question is much simpler. When you put the phone down, do you actually like the person sitting next to you? Do you feel safe with them? Do you trust them? Can you laugh together? Can you be boring together? Can you be yourself? Because at the end of the day, your relationship is not content. It's not a trend. It's not a checklist. And it doesn't need to impress people who aren't in it. Maybe social media didn't kill romance. Maybe it just made us forget that love was never supposed to be watched. It was supposed to be lived.